Alright, as you can see, we got a bit larger of a work surface, and we've clamped it down on both ends of the table and just make it really nice and sturdy so that we can just do a really clean chiseling job. So I'll set this camera up so that you can see. Alright, so I'm going to come through with this chisel here. It's not the sharpest of blades, which is not great, but I don't have anything to sharpen it here. Because the sharp blade is a safe blade, and all that means is the sharper it is, the less room for error you have. The sharper it is, the smoother things go through, the chisel goes through, and the less jolty it is. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to start to punch out some of these chunks. And we'll be doing this with a mallet as well. And as you can see, they're just coming out. What we don't want to do is for them to come through here, but that's why we've cut them to the line. Alright, that one just snapped off. But yeah, we're just going to continue to do that. I'm going to look at getting a quick hammer. Now, you won't use something like this, you'll use a mallet, alright? And I'm just going to use this side of it instead of this bit, which gives us a bit more of a working surface to go off, and make sure I don't hit my fingers or anything like that. But you'll be using a mallet anyways. So it won't be an issue for you. Oh, that just comes straight out. There we go. And now this, hopefully, will just snap off. Maybe not. Ooh. There we go. Alright, now we can look at being a bit more precise. Just knocking chunks out. Maybe go to center. As you can see here, our line is just under those cuts. I'll get in focus. Just under those cuts. And we want to make sure we're not touching the line too much. This one's probably a bit too close. Looks like we've gone into that line a little. Which is not amazing, because then we don't have that nice flush joint, but we'll look at rectifying that with the sander. So we'll look at chiseling out maybe from either side or from the top bit, and getting really close to the line. Alright, and we'll just take it nice and slowly. Alright, now as I'm getting a bit closer to the line, I'm going to be taking it a bit slower. I might even just not use the hammer sometimes, and I'll just look at doing it by just putting pressure on the chisel. This timber isn't the greatest for learning this skill, because it chips, and it doesn't just kind of groove. It doesn't kind of peel off like most like pine wood does. So I'll look at using the hammer for this section here, but yeah, just really carefully, because it does want to chip. Nice and slow. Might take out the center bits with a hammer more. now I'm gonna look at sanding this out. As you can see, I'm pretty close to the line. I've even gone over a little, which is a bit annoying. But if I sand this out, make it look really nice and smooth, that'll be that'll be a good joint. Alright, so I'll look at doing that. So here's the joint finished. I might do a little bit more sanding on it. I didn't want to show you the whole process. I've even chipped this bit a bit, but it's not terrible because this is the face that will show, these two faces, so they're not chipped, which is great. So yeah, I'll probably do a bit more sanding on it, but I didn't want to bore you with all the really precise chiseling and all the sanding that I was doing, so I didn't video that. But as you can see, it's pretty straight. It does taper a bit here, and I'll fix that up, and you can see the little tiny chips coming out, but hopefully they aren't too prominent. They look prominent in the video because they're quite, it's quite close up, but if you look at my finger, relative to my finger, the chip's quite small, so yeah. And we'll look at the other side. Yep, even smaller chips on this side, little tiny ones. But yeah, you can see just above the line on here. I might give that a bit more of a go. And then same thing on here, just tapers off a little too much. So yeah, look at cleaning all that up. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. So yeah.